Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the stream. The stream looks different. It looks different because my light, I don't know how to position it in a way to where my face looks correct. Does it focus? Okay. Yeah, but anyways, this will be the new normal until I find a way to fix this because I changed my curtains. You guys might have noticed, but the lighting is now different. So it's conflicting a little bit, but it should be no problem. I have two ring lights. As of now, I'm only using one. So it might just be a matter of fact. Maybe we just need to turn it off. Let's see how that goes. Okay, see, that is not. No, focus on me. Hmm? Okay. It's not horrible, but I'm not a fan of it. But then again, that's too bright. I don't know. It's just a matter of tweaking with it. And of course, it decides to change. No. I would just go to the orange one because that one seems. Is that good? Do y'all like that? How about like that? Okay, see, I kind of like that. That's good. That's good. How about a little red? Okay, that's it's something. It's because these are blackout curtains, so it looks like it's night outside. It is. It's four exactly. No, not four exactly. It's 3:55. Anyways, after tweaking with my lights for well, like 5 minutes. What we'll be doing today, we will be racing MX-5 at Lime Rock Park. I have, I apologize for the hiatus, I believe. I don't know how you pronounce that word, but I know what it means. Of streaming. I have been extremely busy the the past couple of weeks, but specifically the past 2 days. Um, Yeah, and I apologize for that. And it's because I kept getting finished doing everything at like 6, and at 6 there was nobody watching streams. Like genuinely 6, at least for me, is one of the worst times to stream. I don't get a lot of viewership as much as I would if I stream at like 3 or 4, or usually like 1:30 or 2. But anyways, yeah, I apologize for the streaming hiatus. It is indeed the word that I was looking for. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I do know what it means. And I'm pretty sure it's just hiatus. I'm just Erlock 9 Grail. Thank you for the follow, Erlock. If you want, you can throw something in the chat, but I very much appreciate the follow. Yeah, thank you, man. It sucks that I can't see the viewer count, but if you want, you can throw something in the chat. I very much appreciate you being here. It's nice, thank you, man. Well, you are now our 14th follower on Kick. So it's a big milestone. We can get to 15. Invite some of your friends, something. Only if you want to though, but thank you for stopping by. And I will I'm gonna register for the race. It is like I said, MX-5 at Lime Rock Park. I'm not too big of a fan of this racetrack, but something, right? Also, is this preset too? I think my seat's lowered. Is that's something, at least. The seat's a little higher than it. Okay, that's good. The seating is good now. It was good all the time, but I moved it the other day and yeah, just did that. I'm gonna lower this a little bit. Nope, not too high, not too low. Okay, it's just my mouse is not complying. There we go. That should have fixed it. There we go. Y'all see me moving? I genuinely didn't think I moved it like not even an inch. It was such a slight movement, but okay, there. Yeah, I'm not a fan. It makes it look less quality, lesser quality. That's pointed towards the camera. That's pointed towards my bed. I don't know. That is something in itself. That looks decent. Let me join practice because now we are extremely late. Not extremely late, but the race starts in 1 minute, or the race session starts in 1 minute, and I'm not in yet. And the Wi-Fi is incredibly slow, at least on my phone, because I'm running Ethernet and I'm multi-streaming to three platforms at 6,000 bitrate. So the Ethernet connection is not bad in itself, nor should be the Wi-Fi, but there's some VPN, I think, or something, and yeah, it's just not letting my phone get connection. But yeah, I am waiting for the thing to load. Ooh, how's everybody been? Thank you so much to everybody for being here. I apologize for the hiatus again of the streams, but I cannot see the viewer count, which sucks because okay, there. It might load, it might not, but I want to see the viewer count. Look, I love these curtains, but I generally think I might change them because I love the dark blue. It genuinely looks really, really, really nice, but they're blackout curtains, and that kind of throws the lighting off, as because there's supposed to be like a light protruding from back here, so it lights up both sides of my face. But as of now, there's none of that. Okay, I do have the viewer count now. I'm just gonna throw my phone over there because I will not be needing it. Yeah. Also, I don't know if you guys saw on Instagram, Giampiero Lambiase, GP, who is Max Verstappen's race engineer, will now be moving to McLaren, which is like, it's sad to me because I'm such a big Red Bull fan. Like, everything I have is Red Bull. Red Bull, like, I will drive for them one day. That is it's not a if I drive for them, it's when I drive for them. I'm a 100% confident in the dream that I have of getting to Formula One, all from sim racing, and as well as getting just to GT3 racing in general. And I will race for Red Bull Racing someday. The thing is that the Red Bull Formula One team, their empire that had been so high for so long, is now crumbling. They lost Adrian Newey, they lost Helmut Marko, they lost Christian Horner. Hannah Schmitz is in talks with Ferrari. If not, she's already leaving to Ferrari by the end of this year. Um, GP is moving to McLaren. Andrea Stella from McLaren is moving supposedly to Ferrari as well. So it's a lot happening, and also I don't think we'll see Max Verstappen for 5 more years in Formula One. If he survives two more, hopefully, because I really hope he can stick it out till 2031, because 2031 will be the return of V8s. They're gonna be hybrid turbocharged V8s, but it's still gonna be really cool to see it. So maybe Max Verstappen wants to stick around for that. But I 100% agree with all the drivers with the regulations are really bad. I mean, in general, I'm not too big of a fan of the regulations. You guys have seen me drive the cars. They're not in itself fun to drive. The battery clipping is insane. So that's that. And yeah, just in general, I really hope Max Verstappen stays. But if Max Verstappen leaves and goes to GT racing, like let's say he goes to IMSA, which it's very unlikely. I really think he would go to World Endurance or just ADAC, which is the German racing thing. I genuinely think like Formula One's viewership would drop by so much because Max Verstappen brought so many people. He brought me in. Whenever I watched my first race in 2021, that was an absolutely insane season for Lewis as well as Max Verstappen. But he's what brought me into the sport. And of course, I'm going to still keep watching it because Formula One is a huge passion of mine. That's why I care about it so much that I'm talking upon it that much. But if I generally think if Verstappen were to leave the sport, viewership is going to drop an insane amount. Like, I'm not going to leave, but to a lot of people who are drawn in by Verstappen, they're going to probably want to leave. And because of that, other racing sport categories, like let's say GT3, or if he joins hypercar, they're going to get a huge bump in viewership. As to opposed, Formula One is going to drop a lot because a lot of the Dutch, especially Dutch people, like the Dutch culture, I already saw that for the last Grand Prix, where was it? Suzuka. Yeah. At Suzuka. Yeah, I'm confusing myself. It was Suzuka. Um I saw that there was a huge dip in Dutch viewers, and there was a huge surplus in Dutch viewers at ADAC buying tickets to go see the 24 Hours of the Nordschleifer, which we will be driving in iRacing. So make sure you guys subscribe if there's anybody watching on Twitch, Kick. Make sure y'all follow me so y'all don't miss that. We are jumping into qualifying, and now that I remember, I forgot to open Trading Paints, and that is, to me, very necessary. Sorry, just that I love racing. It's kind of like, I don't know if y'all know when in the movie, the Formula One movie, whenever Sonny Hayes realizes he has no like playing card in his pocket and he kind of starts driving angry. It's not really the same thing here, but it's just I feel better when I have it than when I don't. Whew, all right, that was not an intense qualifying session at all. Why do I say that? Because usually when you're at a track like Suzuka, or in general just a more difficult circuit, I don't know which circuit to put it. Circuit that we raced last time, Summit Point. Um, it's not like they're not demanding tracks because it's not a demanding car, right? But also with this car, especially on this track, it's not like too physically demanding. There's not a lot of braking points. The car's just kind of sliding around the entire place. And for a lap to be a minute long, that's pretty fun, to be honest. And I got a great qualifying session. We qualified P2. That is insane. And we are only 200. So 2/10 of a second behind first place. 1/10 of a second faster than. Actually, that's half a tenth. And the car directly behind him is 4/10 of a second. And yeah, and then he just started going down. That is a great qualifying lap. I am very happy with a 101.679. And if we can, we are definitely fighting for a podium today. And it's 100% just going to be about maintaining the pace, choosing our battles, and also we cannot finish lower because we need that safety rating and we need that I rating. After the race I did yesterday, we need that desperately. You guys might be asking yourselves, what happened yesterday? I'll tell y'all. So, I had been practicing for the GR86. And yeah, basically I'd been practicing for the GR86. And practice was at Tsukuba in the dry. It was a very dry, very hot circuit. That is what I got used to because in practice it's supposed to replicate the session. How the session is supposed to be, basically. It did not reflect the session conditions. The practice conditions are supposed to be the same ones as the sessions conditions, the race session. It was not. I practiced on Tsukuba in the dry, hot circuit with learning braking points and all of that. And the race ended up being in torrential rain. And just that in itself, the torrential rain, I was not prepared for it. It started everybody on dry tires. Everybody was sliding. I was even sliding. I eventually changed to wets when there were 2 laps left in the race, but that did not help at all because I just went down the rankings an insane amount. It lowered our I rating because you guys remember we were at 1500 I rating. Now we're at 1220, something like that. But it does appear that we have maintained our P2 qualifying time. We will be jumping into this race. This will probably be the only race we do because I started at a weird time. But yeah, let's go. And why is my steering wheel dirty? But yeah, we're gonna give it our all. I do want to go for a win. I'm gonna try to attack as best as I can. There's not too many spots where you can attack, which is both a good thing and a bad thing because it's gonna be kind of like Monaco. You can overtake on some corners, but it's really risky. So yeah, just choose your battles. It's a very competitive grid out there today. So, but we are starting P2.
The estimated SOF is 1,250. Let's take opportunity. Still waiting on 2 cars to grid. Waiting on the final car to grid. Everyone's gridded.
That was a really good start. Never mind.
Car right. The next car's the leader. Clear.
What's up with his car? Why is it smoking? Why is this guy's car smoking? It's weird.
Left side. Clear on the left.
That was very optimistic from the guy behind.
There's an incident behind.
Out onto the grass, but the cars behind us are not closing in on us. I do want to catch up to first place though. Car in front's fast. We're losing a lot of time. Just gotta focus on our own race. That guy took a whole lot of curb. I'd imagine his car's destroyed. Our exit through the corner was pretty good. I do think we're pulling away from the car behind. We're catching up on first place. I still have no idea why his car is like smoking. And we are pulling away from third place. We had a pretty good exit through there.
You've got the fastest lap.
That corner's supposed to be flat out, but I can't take it without getting a lift. Or doing a lift. Okay, we slid. We were catching up to him, but we slid. Right here is where I kind of pull away from the guy behind. We still have the fastest lap. Okay, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, I went out really wide.
P4, just set the fastest lap. 59.807. Car right.
We can catch up though. We're really close, and we are relatively faster. But it's a four-way battle, and one of the cars is lapped, so I don't like that because then they start like getting annoying. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Car on your left. Still there, hold your line. The leader is running 2.0.
Oh my god, move!
Left side. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
I need a podium today. It's like not acceptable if I can't get one, so I'm gonna fight because there's 5 minutes left of the race. I really need to fight for that podium. He just went out into the dirt, so he's losing time. They're gonna start fighting, and I know these. I don't know them, but I have a feeling they're gonna crash.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Oh, what happened there?
Infinite ahead.
Oh, what's happening? We'll move out of the way. The car right here is significantly slower.
Car on your left. You're on the right. 3 wide.
Okay, that's nice. That is really nice. Okay.
2 wide. Clear on the left. You're back in second. Car right. The leader's gone off. Clear.
Okay, I hit the curb.
Car right. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the right.
Look, now that I know how this guy drives, I'm pretty sure they're gonna crash. There's a lap left. See, look at them. Look how they're fighting. They're fighting side by side into that tight corner.
You got a slow car on the left. Go right. Go right.
Accelerate through here.
Left side. Stay on the right. Stay on the right.
Okay. What is that?
Clear. Car on.
Oh, huge car.
Still there. Clear.
Oh, of
White
course.
flag, white flag.
P2. We're P2 currently.
You're back in second. The next car's the leader.
Usually I would say no risk, full push, but this time it's going to be full risk, full push because that is P1. There's no more real opportunities to overtake unless he spins out or he's really slow through these sectors. That's what I'm talking about.
Go left. There's
That's
the
what I'm
flag.
talking
It's
about.
over.
What an insane race. Genuinely, what a great race. Who started first? Rodrigo, Micah. No, why would I turn on the thing? Turn off the thing. The guy who started 10th ended first. That is crazy. Also, lots of battles. We started second, ended second. Guy behind us started third, ended third. The guy behind that guy, so P4, started P4, ended P4. But the person in first place got 10th. Or the person in 10th got first place. What an insane race. There wasn't a lot of action, but it was definitely like a decent race, I would say. I do want to see because that was a great race and the safety rating should have gone up a lot as well as I rating. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. 273. We are now at 273, which is the highest we've ever been in D class, as well as we are back up into the 1300s. Oh my, I said a 108. Fastest lap in the world, I believe, is a 58.7. I am at an 08. I'm at a 08, which is insane. What a great race. And let me check the viewer thing, which it is still 0. But that is such a good race. This guy led 2 laps, which decent driver, I would say. I wasn't a fan of the trash talk. He had a little trash talk. It's a good thing y'all couldn't see it. There were a couple swear words, and not a couple. There were actually a lot. But whenever you win a race, you're grateful for that. This guy's over here crying about it. Which, again, I understand. B class. Also, member since January 9th, which is not that long. But then again, I had my first race in December. I think so. It really doesn't take you an insane amount of time before you get your first race win. I want to see this guy's stats because he acted like P10 to P1 was not an insane feat. So I want to see what's up with him. But great drivers overall. It was such a good race. And there's nobody watching as of now. And again, yeah, nothing yet. And we will continue to race. I will race this tomorrow as much as I can because I got a 273. I'm 100% sure I can get to the C license by tomorrow. And if I can get to the C license, that gives me a whole lot of time to look for the Team Porsche and just in general buy the Nürburgring, like, because I need to buy the racetrack. And gives me time to learn about setups because I do kind of want to be in charge of setups. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. They're racing stock cars at the Nordschleifer, which is absolutely insane because stock cars are for circles. That's really cool. I'm going to be honest. If you guys race that, you guys are really, really cool because a stock car at the Nordschleifer is insane. But the MX-5 was really fun. Um, not the absolute best drivers, but also that's what happens when you get to these lower I ratings. It's just people, they start like, it's like their morals to race go down, which I was aware that the Rainmaster was racing at Suzuka, and we will be racing this sometime, probably when it's back at Summit Point because we did good at Summit Point. But I didn't really want to join here because we usually end up with a couple incidents. So I didn't want to I didn't want to run the risk of losing safety rating to race at Suzuka. And we're back at our old times. Y'all remember when we used to race the MX-5? Back then. We've been racing Formula 4 and Rainmaster for a while now, but we are back in the MX-5. And then once we get to C license, we'll be racing a lot more, such as Stock Car Brazil. Yeah, Stock Car Brazil, which is just kind of like they use stock cars, which are similar to NASCARs, but they don't run oval racetracks, as well as the iRacing Porsche Cup, the Conspit, as as well as just Ringmeister in general. There is a Ferrari 296 Challenge, the Advanced Mazda MX-5 Cup, which is the better one. Like, you have better drivers. You're not so much with rookie drivers as you are with other ones. And I believe there's an IMSA race that we can drive. Yeah, Class C. This is the IMSA Classic, so you drive classic cars like the Audi 90 Quattro, and that's, I believe, a Nissan R92 CP. GTP ZXT. Okay, so but the R92C, it rings a bell. I know it's driven there, but to race all of these special events, especially endurance events like the Nürburgring Endurance Championship, which I believe is just ADAC in a different name, you do need a team. So it says right here, team 1 through 16. 16 is the maximum amount you can have. Right here's the Nordschleifer. And look, it's because I say it's similar to, or it's not, like, it's basically ADAC. Because if you guys look through here, GT4s, GT3s, and there should be TCRs and a Porsche. TCRs, Porsche, and the Porsche Cup. But yeah, really good race today. I am 100% happy with that. My microphone turned off, but I'm really happy with that. We went from P2 to P4, back up to P2. And yeah, just really, really cool stuff. But yeah, great stuff. Oh shoot! I don't know if y'all saw it. Did y'all see that glow at any point in time? The arc reactor should have glowed 30 minutes ago. Can I see it? If I can see it, that'll be great. Of course, it doesn't want to load when I need to see it. It's because that is an arc reactor that I 3D printed, and it's an arc reactor clock that I 3D printed and made. And whenever the hour changes, so from 3 to 4, because I started streaming at 3, it is now 4, it scrambles and it glows brightly. I think you guys might have seen that during practice, if not during quali, but it's loading a little bit more. Just gonna let that sit there because I do want to see that in case it did happen, because that would be really, really cool if you guys got to see that, because I wanted to show y'all. But to be honest, I forgot. I would have just like been like, "Hey guys, look, it's doing the thing," and then it glows. But just have to find it now. It's not working. It's gonna take a million years for the thing to just open. So not Italian. Who put I was Italian? There we go. I'm just I'm in content manager. We're gonna do something fun, something decently fun. I'd imagine just race no hezzy, but yeah, I don't know why it put my nationality as Italian, because I'm not Italian. Racing password needed. To chill out a little bit. What if I just want to chill out for a little bit? But that is why we race no hezzy. There is the Avora GTE. Okay, I don't like that. Why is the Wi-Fi connect? Why did it drop frames? I didn't like that. I am connected via Ethernet and I am having a bad connection. Of course, even though there's 40 or there's only 4 people in the map, and of course the F40 is taken, because when is it not taken? Like the F40 is the most used car. Everybody wants the F40, but especially in Assetto Corsa. There's a CTR Yellowbird which we used to drive a lot, especially, or also, let's go with the GTR. I don't think I've ever driven no hezzy with the GTR. Did change that. Should be I don't know why it's taking so long. Just gotta wait. Also, I don't know why I just disconnected the stream in general. And it's taking an insane amount of time. What's taking it so long? It usually doesn't take this long. You guys know this already. It usually doesn't take this long. Oh, wait. The thing loaded already. Okay, right there was 403. 402. I'm 100% sure it did it. It's just as a matter of time. It's when. Because right there, it had happened already. Right there, it's 401. But is it? Oh, I believe it's in the sim. Have to wait. I don't. Okay, requesting car list timed out. So I do think my internet connection is just really bad today. Oh, it did do it. Okay. That's cool. I don't know why it timed out, but that it's nice that it did it. I'm gonna zoom in for y'all, which is kind of weird because it's all up in my face. Can y'all see that? Okay, yeah, y'all can see it. It's gonna go in a little bit. How long is it? Oh, okay. Did it there. The numbers, they start to move, and then the thing glows. Yeah. Yeah, so you guys will be seeing that in the background of my streams for a good time now. That thing's not moving, so and it's really fun. I mean, it's a really cool thing to just have there. I am very much proud of it because it is possibly one of the coolest things I've ever built. Like probably second to this. No, not second to this. This thing is no, it's because this is just so cool. How can anything be second to this in terms of coolness, right? That I built also. This thing did not want to connect, and the GTR's taken now, but the F40 is still taking. But I'm just gonna take the LaFerrari because that's. I'm not gonna say just as good because it's not. The F40 is definitely much more legendary than the LaFerrari, but for no hezzy, and hopefully this one loads faster. I do might also think that the reason it's not loading is because maybe somebody else is getting in as we're getting in, and they just get the car first. So it's kind of like, oh, session timed out or something, like car list timed out. It is still taking long, which it's not taking as long. I see that there's progress this time. Usually it says waiting for asynchronous downloading to finish, which is what it says right now. So that gives me some type of hope. Okay, it is working now. It's loading the cars. You guys can't see it. I imagine because of the show. I imagine because of the socials, you guys can't see it, but you guys might be able to on the bottom corner down over there. The bottom left corner, it says like downloading car miscellaneous apps. It should it's gonna load right now. We only have enough time for a little bit of like driving, so and I forgot that I moved this to show you guys. Just gonna move it there. Very fast car. Okay. And it's gonna reset us, I'd imagine. That was not intentional. I really wanted that. That run was really good until it wasn't. Yeah, let me go just chatting. And let me take my gloves off because the stream is nearing its end. But um really, really great race today. I will genuinely say that the drivers were decent. Were some that were somewhat problematic, but overall it was a really, really good race. I really, really liked it. We got another podium, which is really, really good. Like, it's insanely good, and also our safety rating is at an all-time high for the D license. It's at 2.75, and that is we need 3. So in general, if we can just get 2 more races with a finish like that, to where we only get 2 incident points, we stay in the same position, we go down, we go up, but we stay in the same position, no incident points, then that would be really good. I generally think we'll probably tomorrow. Well, actually, not tomorrow. I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. Maybe in the morning. I'll try in the morning, and yeah, it is. I should have done it at like I should have started at 4 because we would have been racing again. We could have done 2 races, but I just decided not to, I guess. But it was overall a really good race, and we did actually ended up racing at 4. But I should have joined at 4. I should have started streaming at 4 instead of joined the race at 4. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you to everybody over on YouTube, Twitch, Kick. Make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitch and Kick. Thank you to. I apologize that I do not remember your name, but to the follower who followed me at the start, thank you for following me. We are now at 14 followers on Kick, 5 followers on Twitch, and 122 on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure y'all subscribe and y'all put notifications so y'all don't miss a single thing, including me racing at the 24 hours of the Nordschleifer on May 1st. So, no, shorten. That was not intentional at all. Did that work? Apparently not. Okay, let me go down here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.